following video may not be suitable for children 13 and under. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video I'll be reviewing this. This is Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Apeface, and he is the last Voyager class figure for this line. And I guess the rest of the figures in this wave, besides the Battle Masters, are deluxes. And here he is in the box. I've actually taken him out of the box already, but for the review I put him back in the box so you can see what he looks like. Here's the box art on the side. Very cool looking. Again, with all the Siege box art, hoping to get some kind of cards or at least JPEGs of it. And here's the back of the box where you can see he is a triple changer. So back in G1, Apeface was basically part of the sub-faction Horror Cons, and he is a headmaster and also a triple changer because he transforms into this spaceship and this robotic gorilla. And the cool part about it, similar to the original Generation 1 gimmick, the robot head also becomes the gorilla head or ape head somewhat, not exactly, and I'll show you guys when we get him out of the box. Here is Apeface out of the box. He comes with a set of instructions, as you can see here. It says WFCS 50. Again, with the weapons or accessories, it does not show. It's in Cybertronian, so I don't know, SA and EM. Not exactly sure what that means, but looks like this provides some sort of shield value and offensive value and range value over here. So it looks like you have strength, accuracy, and probably range or distance. Now, one thing that I noticed with Apeface is in Generation 1, the headmaster was named Spasma, but I don't see any reference to Spasma on the box or in the instructions here. So something to keep note of. I'm curious if in the Siege cartoon, if Apeface does make an appearance, will the head be called Spasma. Here's the gun that he comes with. Nothing really special. And this little wing shield here. This is painted. As you can see, the plastic is translucent, but it was painted this color to match this. So the shield can go on one arm and the gun on the other. Like that. Looks pretty cool in robot mode. I remember as a kid I always wanted to get Apeface when they first came out. Apeface and Snapdragon. And speaking of Snapdragon, I really hope in Earthrise that they do make a Snapdragon to go with him. Especially, I mean, you have Apeface, one of the two Horror Cons, and not having Snapdragon would be quite a shame. Hey, let's take a closer look at him. See all the detail. Now, see he has battle damage here on the shoulders and the legs, and it's really quite a lot. I'm not liking how it was applied, to be honest. It's just a little weird that it's in this area and then just in this area. I may go back and remove it, taking some rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip to remove all this battle damage, but it is quite a lot. The nice part though is that it is on the battle damage are on locations that don't have paint apps, so there's no chance of accidentally removing some paint while removing the battle damage. Take a closer look at the head. Very cool. I like the off-white plastic on him. The legs. And on the back, it's actually a pretty clean robot mode. If you, I mean, not so much hollowness being shown. Mainly in this area, you can see all that hollowness. But I guess this part kind of bothers me a bit. You can see the pins, or the metal pins, pretty apparent in robot mode. Here's the other thing. For a Siege figure, he has no waist articulation, but we'll go on the articulation a bit later. It's a little bit more obvious. You can see the battle damage here as well on the nose of the plane. I don't know. I might remove it as well. Just, you know, I don't mind the battle damage. I'm just not a fan of the application. I wish it was applied in a better way, that it made more sense. It seems a little too random or too much. Heavy-handed. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Heavy-handed. Okay, let's get on to articulation here. On the head, can rotate 360 because it is a headmaster. That there's a little ball joint on the small head. The arm can rotate 360 as well. Up here at the shoulder, almost a 90-degree bend, and no wrist articulation due to transformation. No waist articulation at all, and I'm actually okay with it because it is a triple changer. I'm more prone to forgive it not having all the articulation that Siege figures normally do have. He can do the splits. There you go. He can kick this far much up, bend this much, and not exactly kick that far back unless you move the leg aside, because he has this thing on his butt that's blocking it. He does have thigh rotation, and he does have ankle tilt, which is kind of cool. Oops, ankle tilt here. Get that on camera. Okay, let's get this guy into his first mode, his gorilla mode. Here's Apeface in his gorilla mode or ape mode, and I believe this is my favorite out of the 3 modes, and I think it really looks cool. I personally like the design. I think it is a great throwback to G1. Now, similar to Generation 1, where the robot head also became the ape head, they kind of did it with this version, but I'll show you here. Let's take out Spasma. As you can see here, while he does form, the ape head somewhat, it is finished off on the body here to be the ape head, and I think that's probably a better way to do it, because with the G1, it's either the robot head was too big or the beast mode head was too small. So I guess it's a nice balance of the two. And let's just look at Spasma a little bit closer. So one thing different with Spasma compared to other Titan Masters who become heads is the head for the robot is on the legs opposed to the back, and the head for the beast or the ape is on the back. So let's transform him. Same size as the other Titan Masters, basically pretty much the same except for that. And the design of the arms are a little bit different, I guess because it incorporates the design of the head as well. So you can see like he has these little like flaps or wings, I guess. So when you transform him into his robot head mode, that the black parts here kind of become part of the robot head. And of course, the small robot head is here, and you can see it's on a little ball joint. Take a closer look at it. Very cool, they painted the eyes. Okay, let's get him, put him back into Apeface's beast mode here, and take a closer look at the beast mode. All in all, very cool. He has these ports here. I guess you can add weapons, but this also helps with transformation in the spacecraft mode. He does have extra ports here. He does also have it on the arms of the beast mode here. Nice painted detail, Decepticon symbol there. All that battle damage is hidden away on the belly of the beast. And here's the back. I mean, it is obviously, these are the arms, but I think it's hidden pretty well. And some two ports on each side of the leg. And over here you can see the back as well. I really like this beast mode. There's not a lot of articulation though for the beast mode on the lower legs, I guess. But I mean, it seems like enough articulation in terms of it being an animal. Most of the articulation is here. So you can go, it's on a ball joint over here. And this kind of, you know, just goes back and forth like that. And the paws. Unfortunately, it's very hollow here, but like I said, this is a triple changer, so it's a bit more forgivable as everything goes inside of each other when you transform. It does have some blast effect ports here on the arms and up here as well, and on the back here. I think that's pretty much it for his beast mode. For me, still a very nice clean design. Now in transformation, one of the trickiest parts to transform him in the beast mode is this area. It's, you really got to snap it in, and once it snaps in, everything aligns nicely. But yeah, that at first when I was going through it, this getting the head snapped in for his gorilla mode almost seemed like I was about to break it, but it's, I guess it's meant to snap in. A little articulation on the head. It's on a ball, but it really can't go that much. I think it's mainly for when you get it into the spaceship mode. All in all, I think my favorite of the three modes. It just looks cool. It's just a big gorilla here. Okay, let's get this guy into his spaceship mode. Here is Apeface in his spaceship mode, and it looks pretty good, I guess. I mean, personally, I think at certain angles, I think this is the weakest mode, to be honest. At certain angles. Some angles, I think it looks really cool. Like, I guess right here, it looks really cool. Now, here's the one thing I really don't like about this this mode. So, here we have Spasma, little Titan Master, and he can ride Apeface in this mode, but you have to remove this shield or this piece of wing, and it's a little tough sometimes. You remove that wing, and then you open up the cockpit here, if I can get it open. There you go. And Spasma, oops, you can sit down in here, and then you have to replace this. I wish there was a different place or something. I don't know. That's my least favorite part of this mode. And for some reason, the gun for me on this part is a little loose. It doesn't shake off, but it's can be easily knocked off. But here he is. It's a decent spaceship. Out of the three modes, I like the ape, then the robot, in that order. This is probably the last, but I think it's decent enough. I mean, it's a triple changer. A lot of times with triple changers, it's hard to get three perfect modes out there. So I still like it. Not a fan of the application of battle damage, but what's new just seems like the battle damage is getting worse. And I can't wait for Earthrise, and because we're getting rid of the battle damage. Underneath, you can see transforming him into the jet mode from the gorilla mode. It's actually really quick. It's not that difficult, and everything pops in really nicely. here's the back. Okay, let's get this guy in robot mode for some size comparisons. Okay, for some size comparison, here is Apeface next to Voyager Megatron. And as you can see, Megatron is pretty much significantly taller than Apeface. And here he is next to Deluxe Ratchet. And Ratchet is one of the bigger Deluxes, but as you can see, Apeface is still taller than him. And here he is next to Deluxe Prowl. You can see the size difference over there. And last but not least, here he is next to Micromaster Rumble. All in all, I really like this figure. I mean, as a kid, I wanted the Generation 1 Apeface, and I really hope they do a Snapdragon in Earthrise. Now, again, the battle damage, I'm not a fan of, and it's just not because of its battle damage, it's just I'm not a fan of the way it's applied on this figure. Also, that wing peg that covers the cockpit in the jet mode, I don't like that. But I personally like the 8 mode a lot, and then the robot mode next. And I'm really glad they made him. It's I mean, not expecting them to make Horrorcons, and they do, which is really cool, which also makes me think and makes me hope that they will go and look at the later G1 characters to take inspiration from with the coming lines. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.